I just always had a fascination with Eastern Europe, and I also knew there were a lot of orphanages and abandoned children. Then I heard about this trip for Romania, and I thought, okay, and you basically worked at a Failure to Thrive clinic and you cared for babies. And so my mom was retired from nursing at that point, so she said, well, why don't I go with you? And so we went for 3 weeks, and every day we would go to the clinic and we would play with the babies. And one of the babies that each volunteer was essentially assigned to primarily care for one child. And the one my mom was assigned to was a little girl who was 6 months old, but weighed only 6 pounds. This little girl had so many health problems. She had severe fetal alcohol syndrome, and she had been in isolation and largely neglected, and so she was very lifeless. And I remember just stroking her cheek, where if you do that to most children, they would at least smile or the corner of their mouth go up. There was no reaction whatsoever. My mom spent time with her every day, and my mom cuddled her, and my mom rocked her. My mom's a great singer, and she was singing to her. And I have this image in my mind of one of the days my mom was changing her diaper, and she'd put the new diaper on, but instead of picking her up right away, my mom put her own face really close to this baby's face. And this little girl with her really skinny arm just had her arm reached up and was just touching my mom's cheek. And it's like encountering another human person who loved her for the first time. And so within days, this little girl came alive. She started smiling. When she was upset, you could hear her crying because she knew she'd be responded to. And so it was just beautiful to see her come alive. And so that really influenced the idea of Love Unleashes Life insofar as when someone like that child was loved, it unleashed her life. Was she already alive? Yes, of course, but there was her spiritual life, her emotional life, her psychological life. She was coming alive like a flower in bloom precisely because she was attended to, she was cared for, someone was attuned to her well-being. And so that's really the attitude we need to have with everyone we interact with.